There's so many different species here, you know? I think I've created a little bit of a monster.
How many to catch before we can go mutton fishing?
I think the thing that I love most about bottom fishing, the unknown.
A little better?
Yes.
Is it real?
Yeah, it's a real one.
Oh, he just got eaten
Oh no.
by a Goliath. I don't know how my chances are of landing this thing.
My name is Ali Hussainy. I grew up in Southern California and now operate one of the largest sport fishing websites in the world.
Another day at the office.
My office, not yours.
I'm Rush Maltz,
I got you. What you seeing?
Florida Keys native and career fishing guide for the past 20 years.
Fish. When I come out to California, you can let me catch all the 300-pound tunas.
Our passion is our profession, and we know there's more to fishing than just the catch.
There's a good mark right there. That's what I like to see.
That's the one. He's not superstitious because that's bad luck.
Woo. All right, get with him, come with him.
We explore the people, places, and species that make up the culture of fishing.
Actually, pinfish. Live pinfish on the bottom.
Oh, really?
I'm expecting to catch some mangies here. As the old saying goes, you know, you never get a second chance to make a first impression.
They like the pinfish better than a piece of bonita for this, huh?
Well, I tend to catch bigger ones. When I first met Ali, he was pretty adamant about letting me know that he loved the bottom fish.
How much leader? Just like 6 or 8 feet?
Obviously, the first few times I took him out, we went and we smashed the bottom fish. We had some really good days for whatever reason. You know, everything lined up perfect. We had the weather, tide was right, the conditions were good, and we had some fantastic bottom fishing. Unfortunately now, I think I've created a little bit of a monster. The tide's gonna change here pretty soon. It's already going out.
I love catching tuna, love fishing offshore, but in recent years, I've kind of developed a new type of fishing that I love, and that's bottom fishing.
When that tide starts to rip like that, I just feel like it's not the greatest, you know what I mean?
I think the thing that I love most about bottom fishing is the unknown. You just never know what you're gonna pull up.
Feeling pecking at it already?
I think I got one, Captain Russ. That didn't take long.
Is that a mangy? It looks like a nice one.
If
On
it
that
is,
little
it's
rod, they're fun, aren't they?
Oh, it's so, dude, these fish are a
That's
blast.
not a mangy. I can't.
Can't be, right?
I don't think so. That's some kind of jack or something.
It's not, isn't fighting like a jack though.
Maybe it's a mutton.
Would be better than nothing.
Nah, that's a jack or something. You think I'd be able to see him already? It's so clear.
He ran off a good bit of line.
I think you got like a little amberjack or something.
I don't know.
When I first started coming to the Keys, you know, in my head, I assumed that we were gonna be fishing for bonefish, tarpon, and permit.
It was the peck, like just like you described.
I think somebody came in and pushed
Stole
everybody
it.
out of the way.
Gotcha.
Bullied everybody out of the way, you know? Looks very jacky.
Looks jackish.
As much as I know fishing, and know guys around the world that fish, I had no idea what an amazing bottom fishery there is here in the Florida Keys.
I feel like you've seen this show before.
I'll get you warmed up.
For sure.
Pretty little jack.
Been a while since I've seen one of these.
That's a fun fight on that little spinner, huh?
Oh man, that's all you want on that little rod. Wish it would have been a mangrove the way it was pulling.
I think you'll find one.
I'm gonna set this dude free.
Go ahead.
Later, buddy.
The cool thing about bottom fishing is you're always moving. You're doing something, you know, you're changing baits, you're dropping down. And when I say bottom fishing, I'm talking shallower stuff, like we've been doing 50 to 150 feet.
Stung
That
one.
huh?
I found one.
Feel like the right one?
It does. What do I know though? I'm from California.
Well, if it takes drag like the last one,
It's
not the
not.
right one. If it's not, it's the right one.
You're always engaged, you're always holding the rod in hand, whereas with trolling offshore, I mean, you might take a nap, make a sandwich or whatever.
Other than that, the coloration looks like the right one. Now these are some good eating fish right here. Beautiful mangy.
Come on in, buddy.
It's a pretty fish, man.
They
The
are
keys,
cool.
I like to be engaged, I like to be fishing, I like to feel that bite, you know, and bottom fishing gives me all of that.
So we're gonna start with these. Get you a few of these. Then we're gonna move on to some grouper and muttons, hopefully.
Did you say mutton?
Yeah.
How many to catch before we can go mutton fishing?
You know, the Keys has so much to offer in the way of variety. but it really has a lot to offer in the way of bottom fishing. I mean, our bottom fishing is world class.
Is that a snapper?
It's a snapper, it's a good one. Looks like a big mangy. Nah, it's a little jack. And part of that reason is because we have the second largest living coral reef in the world next to Australia. There's so many different species here, you know? You put that live bait down,
You never know what you're gonna get.
you can only imagine with all that structure and all that reef down there that your bottom fishing here in the Keys has gotta be incredible. Little guy.
Good to see with not as many of them being around as there used to be, right?
Yeah. Look at the purple, how pronounced it is on his back. I'm gonna let this guy go.
Local knowledge is brought to you by Evinrude, Penn, let the battle begin. Yeti, built for the wild. Seakeeper, once you feel it, you'll never boat without it. Seagar, the inventor and perfecter of fluorocarbon fishing lines. Bubba, the ultimate lifestyle. Nomad Design, crafted by experience. And by bdoutdoors.com.
I just let him suck on this thing till he hooked himself.
That's the key to mangrove fishing.
Better.
Let them get that hook in, because they will, if you ever watch them in the canals and stuff, they will peck everything. 3 or 4 of them will come up on a bait. Bottom fishing, just like every other form of fishing, is seasonal. And they are just chasing it around. They'll fight over it, they'll grab the tail, they'll grab all kinds of pieces. Different species move in to different structures, different areas, different times of year. The other thing that changes is the baits we use at different times of year. Yeah.
Wait, did I just get
That's a cuda.
Cuda with my mangy?
You upgraded.
I mean, unless you're gonna want to try and eat it.
That was a nice
Ooh,
mangy.
that was a nice jab.
Oh man,
For
that's
me.
a bummer, huh? Look at the head.
Damn.
That was a nice fish.
Sorry about your luck, homie. God. Not your day, buddy. Sorry.
In the wintertime, I'm using a lot of pilchard, a lot of ballyhoo. Come summertime, I'm still bottom fishing, but I'm using a whole lot more pinfish, a whole lot more cut bait.
You ain't kidding.
What's that?
I mean, they'll just sit there and work it
they
without
will work
biting it.
dude.
Just like fishing anywhere, there's a huge seasonality element to what Rush does day in and day out.
I mean, you're on a charter some days, and literally, I will go through 100 pinfish.
Peck it, spit it. Peck
Trying
it,
to
spit
catch
it.
15 fish.
Normally here, we fish a lot during the winter time and we fish in California in the summer.
I think it's time for you to change baits.
But we're here because the fish are biting, you know, it's the first week of July, and instead of throwing the cast net a million times like we're so used to doing, now it's pinfish traps. So we go out, we set some, you know, basic minnow traps like you've seen a million times before, put a block of chum in them, put them in a certain area, come back the next day, and usually they're loaded with 50 plus baits in each trap.
There you go. Nice one. Nope, hold on. I got customer number 4 on the same piece of cut bait. Well, I think I got a different kind of fish here, Rush.
You don't think that's a mangy?
Oh, man.
It's just another piece of puzzle that makes things interesting and exciting and always evolving.
Mangrove?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe a better one. Oh, maybe just got
Just
eaten.
upgraded?
No, it's almost like you slammed me into a rock. What ate it? Is that a shark?
Jewfish or a shark?
Oh, maybe it is a
Probably
jewfish. Yeah, no. It feels like a house.
Or a Volkswagen. You might spit it up. And then you'll see them all scaled. Guess he didn't spit it up. Pinfish has always been kind of a go-to bait for bottom fishing. I think the biggest reason is it's really readily available.
On the way back. Whoa, something big and dark just came up from the bottom. What was that? Is there a shark or a jewfish?
Yeah.
I just saw a big dark spot come up right behind it. It's gotta be another little ager, right?
Buddy. We can catch pinfish year-round, and it's a bait that's really hardy. You know, you can keep them alive in pens really easily. They're low maintenance once they're in the pen. Every species seems to eat them.
Perhaps one of the most underrated game fish in the world.
Down that road.
There's only one road when this guy shows up. Oh, come on, buddy. These guys are pretty much everywhere, huh? They are cool fish. Unless it's a big one.
Look like he had a lot of bend in it, but I thought something might have had him.
No, it got heavy like a jack, and now it's just coming right to the boat.
Cobia.
Cobia. That's crazy.
Little guy.
Little tiny guy. Let me steer him over here. Oh, what's that below him? Oh, little big.
Barracuda.
Is that a cuda?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a big cobia behind him.
I was gonna say the.
Would you just grab him?
Yeah. Easier said than done with these
I know
guys.
he's gonna beat the crap out of me.
Give
trying
it a little bit of slack
to hold
there.
the rod.
It's like a 1.5 feet.
About 5 feet. That's the smallest cobia I've ever caught.
First thing when I'm leaving the dock, I already have it made up in my mind where I'm going, where my first spot's gonna be, where I'm gonna stop. I know this is where I'm gonna start. Familiar character?
They're cool, man. I tried so hard to catch one before I started coming down here, like up with Derek and stuff, and then here it's been, we caught big ones, small ones, lots of them. It's cool
All
fish.
shapes and sizes.
Another prehistoric monster. And look at the tail on him. It's so much like that barrelfish, it trips me out.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. Explains why they both pull so good.
Let this guy go.
Yes, sir.
Once I get to that spot, the first thing I'm gonna take into consideration is what are my conditions gonna do? And I might have to leave that spot if the conditions aren't exactly what I want. But a lot of times after getting there, I'm gonna wanna fish it.
What you got?
Nothing big, yellowtail or something, but it fires up the bottom, you know?
Should I shorten this leader for here?
I would shorten it maybe a little bit. This might have been what you saw. See how it's swimming high?
Yeah.
Might be a little shark, or, I don't know, silky shark.
Oh, nice.
Oh no, spotted shark, even better. Once you're all set up, and ideally, those baits hit the bottom and the rods are doubled over immediately. I mean, that's obviously best case scenario.
Would you categorize them as an underrated game fish?
Very underrated. It doesn't always work that way. A lot of times, you know, you're soaking baits for a while. You know, in my opinion, those fish are down there.
Oh, I had a fish.
They're swimming around those baits. They're looking around. They're deciding whether they want to eat it. You know, a lot of times what gets the bite going is smaller fish will move in and start messing with the baits. Well, that triggers something in those larger predatory fish to come in and attack.
Well, we definitely got the
there he
variety
is.
pack. Oh,
There
wow.
he is. There's that shark.
Yeah.
That's not biting fish. Maybe.
Is that a shark or jack?
I don't think it's a jack. I don't think it's a shark either.
What is it?
Bottom species. Looks like a big old mutton.
Oh.
There's your boy.
You want to gaff that?
You can grab him. The pink lady.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Not hook the best either. Come on, bitch. Get in there. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. That's what we were looking for.
That is exactly what I'm looking for. I'm glad you caught one for me. Still my favorite. Fish in Florida, man.
That's it, huh?
Oh, they're so rad. Well, I think we know where this guy's ending up.
You gonna let him go?
Negative.
You know, no matter how tough things get on a day on the boat, any real fisherman knows it can all change in a heartbeat.
There's a better fish. Cut one of those pinfish in half, Ollie. Feels like our boy.
Another one?
I think there's a better red here.
Oh, snap.
Or another mutton.
Is it?
My fish ID has been off today.
You called the mud?
The first
Oh,
one.
nice. Ask him if he likes sunshine and palm trees. Was that 8 ounce?
That was 8 ounce. Another beautiful snapper.
So sweet. Okay, 16 more, we can go home.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's all you need. I'm gonna give you an easy day today.
Local knowledge is brought to you by CV Boats. Lead the way. Costa. See what's out there. Mustad. The standard in saltwater. AFTCO. Any fish, any water. Sea Deck. Your boat deserves Sea Deck. JL Audio. How we play. Casa Vieja Lodge. Experience 5-star angling in tropical Guatemala. The Saltwater Angler, Key West. And by Taco Marine.
What are you looking for here, Rutch? I'll get you one. And a big mutton?
I want a big
How about a
mutton.
nice
Big mutton or a
menu?
big red grouper, one of them.
One of the things I enjoy most about this kind of bottom fishing is you really got to be on your game. You got to feel that bite.
Just pecking at it.
Yeah, maybe a shark will come eat him.
You got to let that fish eat a second. You got to set them up, get a hook in them.
Oh, nope, that wasn't a
A
pecker.
little better?
That's the guy.
And then the real challenge starts. These fish are big and strong, and they don't want to come in the boat.
A little better?
Yes.
Is it real?
Yeah, it's a real one. It's taking
Get 'em.
drag like crazy.
Hopefully it's a mutt. Let me join the party.
There you go. Felt like a mutton at first. Now it feels like a grouper maybe.
Dude,
No.
oh, am I on
Snappy.
you? How far back were you?
Not very.
I'm on your line.
I don't think you are.
What's going on here then? Either a shark grabbed it? Or...
You got your own. Yeah, we're not doing the same
Let me
thing.
come underneath you.
Oh,
then?
you are so under the boat. You are completely screwed. Watch mine's
Go
under the
ahead,
boat a
go
little
ahead,
too.
Go ahead. You're the nice mutton there. Let me come underneath you.
That's my man right
come
there. Well, Rutch, took a little bit of work, but we found him.
Oh, look what I found.
What you got?
I think
Shark?
it's I think it's a bonita actually. Fresh bonita.
Well, you hang on to that bonita, and I'll work with this guy.
I'm just gonna guess a little more fresh bait.
There you go. Bony toe.
Mine's not as edible as yours.
It is if you try hard enough, I guess.
But you know what we're gonna turn this guy into, don't you?
More of these.
Look at that meter right now.
It's blown up. He is not gonna like what I have in store for him.
You know, there's always a bigger fish in the ocean. Just like we talked about, those smaller snapper moving in, picking at the baits, making all this commotion.
What do you got?
Hopefully the right one. Oh, he just got eaten
Oh no.
by a Goliath. Come on, spit it out. He just got eaten. Well, even when the bigger snapper move in, you know, they're on the line, you're fighting them, they're making a huge commotion. Well, what's that drawing? That draws in even bigger fish. I don't know how my chances are of landing this thing.
Is that the often heard of
Oh, he
endangered
just spit it up.
Goliath grouper? Get him back.
That's how you get your mutton snapper back from a Goliath,
Nice
Ollie.
work.
Scaled.
Good one.
Oh yeah.
Pulled like hell. Well, before the laid him.
which, at what point?
Oh yeah.
He's ready to be baked.
Imagine the fish that ate that fish. You know what I mean? Look at the size of that thing. Look at his tail. Holy crap, nice work getting him back, dude.
Look at, he is totally scaled.
That is the right one.
This one is ready to be baked right here. You throw him right in the baker.
If you hold him up there long enough, he'll bake, don't worry.
You know, one thing about Ali, when I'm fishing with him, I'm only as good as my last snapper, or I'm only as good as my last fish. We could have a bunch of great trips, but one slow trip, and he's gonna remind me about it day in, day out.
Oh, God.
Oh boy, oh boy,
Jewfish bait.
oh boy. So it was good to finally get him on another good snapper bite. You know.
Come on, dude.
Did Jewfish get him?
Not yet.
You sure now?
I'm sure he knows all about him at this point.
Well, you saw my technique for getting it back, right?
No, it's coming, it's coming. Oh. Why is my fish pink, Captain Rutch?
Well, pink is better
What?
than the alternative.
Oh, stud.
Nice one.
Yeah, really nice one. Come on.
Can you say something nice about me now on camera?
You're a beautiful human being.
Oh, wow.
Not as nice as your one, but these are beautiful.
You know, this trip to the Keys was great. It was a great way to kind of break up what's going on in the world, go see some old friends, see some areas that I really love, and get to do the kind of fishing that I love to do.
Good one?
Oh yeah. This is gonna turn into Goliath for sure.
Matone.
Hit the button for the mutton. Oh, what do you got, buddy?
Hopefully a muck. Got a little heavier rod. See if I can beat him away from
Oh God, I can't
my
grab
buddy.
that line at all.
This Key West bottom fishing for me is one of the most fun types of fishing that I've done anywhere. And it's so accessible. You're just a plane flight away from really anywhere in the world pretty much.
Look at that. That's a nice way to
beautiful
end the day
fish.
right there.
Yes, sir.
You know, bounce around, pick at some different snapper. Gold mine at the end of the day, right?
Just like anywhere, you can't force it. You gotta wait for the right condition or it's not gonna happen.
I'm glad I can make this happen for you.
I need all the help I can get.